Hi everyone, this is the Paradox Engine, and today we'll be discussing the top 5 removals we would love to see more in EDH and cEDH in general. We're going to start right off with a brand new card, Molden Collapse. It's a better Terminate, who would have guessed? Choose one. Actually, let's start from the beginning. It says, 1 black, 1 red. Choose one. If you descend this turn, you may choose both instead. You descend if a permanent card was put into the graveyard from anywhere. The effects are destroy target creature or planeswalker, or destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. In cEDH, this can hit Esper Sentinel. This can hit the Soul Rings. This can hit mana rocks that are, tap and get the mana value for them. This can hit so many 1-drops. Any creature that ramps into a bigger creature later on. This can hit planeswalkers. This can hit commanders at a 2 mana value. It's a sorcery, sure, but it's such a good card. Honestly, I'm surprised it hasn't replaced Terminate in a lot of decks. It's only being used in 678 decks. People, start playing this card. It's a lot better than you think. It's amazing. For number 4, Shielder's Edict. We all know that player that plays Boggles, or plays one indestructible creature that no one can target it because it has hexproof. We all know that player who just consistently keeps putting out there creatures that are untouchable, but they're only playing 1 creature a turn, right? So, how do we get rid of it? Well, Shielder's Edict is a really good card. It not only takes care of creatures, because it's a sacrifice outlet. You don't have to target an opponent. Just every single opponent has to sacrifice a creature, a non-token creature, or a planeswalker. Whichever you pick, remember that. It's only a colorless and a black. It's a really good card, honestly. It's being played a lot, but not in enough decks, I think. I can see it being played in commander-reliant decks like Tivit. Against Tivit, too. If you're playing against decks that rely exclusively on their commander to do a lot, I can see this being very good. If this was back in the day when Sigarda was a very good challenge, it would be very good too. I honestly think Shielder's Edict should be a removal that everyone's been, playing a lot more of. And sure, is it very limited in what you can get? Maybe, but I think with the amount of small planeswalkers like Teferi, like Narset, that really punish us for being so low to the curve, and then not only getting rid of them, but getting rid of other people's planeswalkers while you're at it. If it's a planeswalker heavy meta in your LGS, I think that's a lot of really good value. You also get the opportunity for opponents who are playing big tokens, you can make them sacrifice those big tokens. And also, other people also lose tokens, creature tokens. But what we're here for is literally each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. Because that's what we all want. Want to get rid of those Tivits, because we get around Ward. We just see a lot of value in this card that not a lot of people play it. Again, play it more. It's a very interesting card. It's just like my Wash Away complaint. People need to play Wash Away. For number 3, we have Fatal Push. We all know Fatal Push. Standard all-star from the time. It's 1 black. Destroy target creature if it has converted mana cost 2 or less. If you revolt it this turn, destroy that creature if it has a converted mana cost of 4 or less instead. Remember that. Fatal Push is a very, very good card. It can get rid of any 2-drop or less if you haven't revolted. And if you've revolted, it can get rid of Tymna. That's a big push, in my opinion. Tymna's one of the top contenders in the format. Najila too. The Blade Blossom. Captain Sisse. Honestly, really good. Kennen, it can get rid of Kennen. That's also another big threat. Honestly, why we aren't seeing this card being played more is beyond my understanding. Start looking for this, start playing it more, bring back this card up. Trust me, you'll like it. For number 2, Reality Shift. At first I was like, Reality Shift? I don't know. I don't want to let people manifest cards off the top of their library, But the more I think about it, blue barely has removal. And I think we could benefit from it. We could benefit from blue having more removal. For one blue and one colorless, we get an instant that says exile target creature. Then its controller manifests the top card of their library. What's manifest, you may ask? The player puts the top card of their library onto the battlefield, face down as a 2/2. If it's a creature card, it can be turned face up at any time for its mana cost. So it's sort of like Morph, right? I can see a lot of maybe this isn't good, but let's say you hit one of their combo pieces. It's gone forever. They're diabolic, they're demonic consultations, they're tainted pacts. What are they gonna do? They can't play it after that. When they manifest it. You also get rid of one of their strongest creatures on the board. So honestly, I think this has to see a lot more potential. And I'd honestly like to see a lot more. Kennen could actually use this a lot too. I don't know. I'm just saying, this is a good card. You should start looking at it. As for number 1, this is a very expensive card, as in mana cost. It's Baalful Mastery. It's 3 and a black for an instant from Strixhaven. And it says, you may pay 1 and a black rather than this spell's mana cost. Remember, the instruct mechanic was a very big part of Strixhaven. If the 1 and a black was paid, an opponent draws a card. Sure, you're giving your opponent more information and more resources by letting them draw a card, but you're also getting rid of any creature or planeswalker bite permanently with an exile effect. Because it says exile target creature or planeswalker. Sometimes you just really need to get rid of a Tivit. Let's say, for example, you don't want to pay the 6 mana. You play the instruct card. Or you want to get rid of Crom or Tib now. It's only turn 2. You let them draw a card. You want to kill something. This is your best sure bet to just get rid of it permanently. Sure. Is it not Deadly Relic? Sure. But Deadly Relic is a really cool card, and every deck plays it. Just look into Baalful Mastery. I think you might enjoy it more than you think. It's a really good card. But yeah, this has been the Paradox Engine. I hope you liked the video. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think about the list. What other cards do you think should see more play in the list of removables? Let us know in the comments below. Anyways, we'll talk to you later. Have a good one and stay safe. See you later.